After reviewing the past 50 years and conducting countless interviews, I have learned that the most important aspect of the WESTAF story is the community, and that without that community, WESTAF could never have lasted. It started with community and continues because of the community.
Camaraderie, that was huge for me. I think of some of the people that were very special to me that I would never have gotten to know if I hadn't been on the board. It's interesting to, even now, sort of keep track of what they're doing and what successes they're having. And the camaraderie was very, very important. And I valued that so much.
So every board meeting is memorable. Every board meeting is an opportunity for celebration. As you know, twice a year we meet in other locations, and it's always a great opportunity to go and visit some art organization or a museum, meet new artists, meet new art administrators, and see how dynamic our Western region is.
Focusing on a true balance of skills, competencies, and perspective, WESTAF's board champions and stands behind the staff and what they think is best for the organization, whether that's new technological ventures or new granting efforts.
Who do we say we are as a profile as board members? Who is it that we represent? Do we have a culture of trust? Do we have rotating leadership? So I think there's one thing when there's a matrix where you're trying to write down the skill sets of people, but then what do I bring when I show up? So some of my soft skills of how I lead, how I facilitate, how I manage people aren't necessarily things I can always write down. But if we know each other and we build a community around who we are, I think that's how we'll get to the core better of identifying the right leaders. It is a cultivation process. I am just a believer that it's not about what a board member can do for the organization, but also how they can feel fulfilled at the same time.
Kind of like between the oversight to make sure that the organization is on track, the visioning to make sure that the organization is thinking big, and just the community to make sure that the organization is trusting, is cohesive. It's the best board I've ever worked at. And I'm trying to avoid being kind of hyperbolistic or sounding like I'm kind of sucking up to the board, but you guys, I'm serious. It's the best board. They are wise, open, dedicated. They show up to every meeting. They care deeply about the organization and feel, I think, a huge sense of responsibility to its future.
What has been truly amazing in this series is to see the love and respect the staff and board have for each other. Each person has highlighted and lifted up someone else. It's easy to lose sight of the humans behind the work, but without them, WESTAF will be but a dream.
None of this could have happened without the staff. Being smart enough to hire staff that is willing to take what the board would say and to move it forward in a way that it really took hold. I mean, I think about all of the different kinds of programs that WESTAF staff implemented at the direction of the board that have been hugely successful.
I also was really drawn to the people. I really loved the sort of on the ground reality of what WESTAF was trying to do that really spoke to me. And the people there, really, whether they were working in tech or comms or operations or policy and research, they all had this really strong commitment to the mission and to the arts and creative economy.
What I think the most about when I think about WESTAF is you guys. Every person that I work with there, it's not my job to keep you guys doing the grunt work. It's my job to mentor you guys so that you'll grow and flourish and take whatever you're working on to the next level or move to the next level in another organization. And to see that happen, knowing that Christina's running the business at WESTAF is just heartwarming to me. Knowing that Paul came back and is the director of technology, I'm like, I mentored all of these guys. The best thing that stood out for WESTAF is the people that I got to work with, the amount of time and care that I can pour into the organization and the people, and then watching them flourish and grow. And I think that's so important in any organization, that if you don't have that, you don't want to be in that organization. You want to be somewhere where your boss is not your competition. Your boss is helping you be better than them and be their boss someday.
Over 10 years ago, I was given the opportunity to join an organization that was making a difference. I was given a shot to show how I could help the arts, and I was given a shot to tell their story. So what makes WESTAF truly unique? It's the community, it's the board members, and it's the staff.